crafted, and this is a huge workflow. It will start processing. The next node is to pay with the PayPal. A WordPress website, you can use my free plugin that I developed for you. It is totally available free. You can check that out. Product helper. I have this file, and there you go. I have this guardian angel earring. Welcome to the OpenAI Agents course. In this video, we are going to cover each and everything from the basic to the advanced. And I have a surprise for you to get free plugin that will make you way easier to deploy these agents on your own WordPress website. And not only the WordPress website, you will be able to do that on other websites using just like Windsurf or Cursor. If I show you the power of these agents here in the my contact section, I have fully automated my customer service on my SaaS website Copyrocket.ai. On the contact us page, you will find this helping agent. Let's test this out. For example, we get a lot of messages for guest posting and collaboration. For example, here a user coming up say I need guest post on your website. When I enter that, now the agent will search for the classification and provide the relevant answer. Just wait for that. Start thinking for it. Now classification is done, is guest post, and it says thank you for the interest in guest posting on our website. Please note that we do not accept free guest posts. This is the pricing for the guest posting, and obviously there's a guideline like no NSFW or links, no spammy links, no casino CBD, and there's an approval required. If user get all these things and yes, I approve that, then what it will do is it will start processing. The next node is to pay with the PayPal, and then we will talk about it after the approval. And user will click on it and it will send a request to PayPal, pay the invoice, and then start contacting me. This entirely automated my guest post journey, and I loving this because I got 2 payment just using this. This way I'm no longer going to my email and classify my guest posting emails. Not only that, for example, user says that some tool is not working. For example, AI image generator is not working. This is crucial for any SaaS owners. What it will do is it will direct this user to my customer services, which classify everything at first start. The classification is support, and this is technical. I'm sorry to hear that. For example, that payment got struck, can't pay as Indian user, something like that. And what it will do is it will start analyzing the classification, its support, and now this is a sub classification as well, which is also a support but the payments, and it says to contact this particular email for the payments. This is about the integration with my SaaS website. The main website is a custom CMS. I have implemented this using the ChatKit integration, which we are going to talk about in the later stages of the video. And this one more is about the WordPress plugin, which we are going to cover in a later part, but you can follow the link in the description box and download that. And for that step-by-step instruction, we will cover that in a later part of the video. Let's move on. What are OpenAI agents and how you can build that using Agent Builder? The workflow which I show you earlier is this. If you go to this particular URL, you will land here. This is the interface where you will be building agents with no code or low code, because you need some code to add. We will cover that in this video. When you land here, there is an option of workflows, drafts, and templates. These are the workflows in action or in the production stage. If there's a drafts you are working on, there's a templates where you need to start with. Analyze each and everything here. You will get a lot of information how you can create related agents for yourself. This is something which you want to create. There's a create option which you use to create one. Let me give you the overview of the workflow which I have created. If you click on it, you will see here is the workflow which I have crafted, and this is a huge workflow. And the first to start with the start and the guardrail. Guardrail is all about the moderation. It keeps all the abuses, profanity words or hallucination aside, and if it passed that test, it will go to the next agent, which is classified. There's a conditions, user approvals. This is huge, which you are going to cover in this video, and this is currently deployed. Let's create one. If you click on create, you will find this as pre-filled. This is a node base. You can drag and drop anywhere you want. If you know a bit about any drag and drop based tools, you know how it works. This is the flow you can use with the nodes. On the left, you will find all the connectors you can use in the automation, from the agent to if else, file search, guardrails, MCPs, and user approval, and there's much more. we are going to cover that in detail. Let's talk about the agent here. It doesn't have any scheduling like N10. This is one of the drawbacks. And another drawback is very stupid, but I cannot rename this workflow until and unless I publish that. This is one of the few things I want OpenAI to work on. This is the pan. Here you can move around and zoom in with your mouse. This is a selection. It won't move anything. It will select connectors or the node. On the right, you will see all the specification related to the current connector. For example, I have selected the agent here. It will tell you everything you need to edit in the agent. You can first name it, and then this is the instruction. This is actually a prompt area, what you want your agent to do. And this is include chat histories. What are these history? If you go here, there's a history option in the implementation. Your chat has all the information about your history, and it will give you a more personalized answer. There's some type of models you can select, reasoning effort. There's a tool, the client tool from the ChatKit to trigger function calling based on the ChatKit, and you can generate that with the help of AI. You don't need to add or create anything. We will do that in detail where you can use this. This is the hosted MCP server. There's a list of servers connected by OpenAI and third-party servers, but there are also custom servers you can add. Just click on the plus server. You need to add this server, for example, the Notion here, and you can add the authentication. It will connect that to your custom MCP, but it doesn't have the functionality to call your local servers. It should be hosted on custom URLs. This is something which you want to consider. There is our output format, three type of output format: text, JSON, and widgets. I love the widgets, which we are going to cover in the later part. But to let me give you an overview, you can create your own custom widget. There is a gallery which you can see what type of components you can create, or you can just create a new widget, give it a prompt, and it will create that for you. This is something which you want to add. I love this because it beautifies our chat output. This is about agent. It's super powerful if you configured it right, but if you get it wrong, it will give you a vague answer as well. Let's first start creating a simple data fetcher agent that will fetch all details about the company you mentioned. What we are going to do is your helpful assistant that fetch and fill information about companies. Just a simple first search for the company. First it will get the context, and then it will start for the later terms and fill the information about it. Here you can include the chat history, and next is the model. I wanted to use ChatGPT 5 and the low reasoning effort tool. Yes, I wanted to web search. Here it has the latest version where you can customize country, state selection as well. I want to enter the country engine, and the context size I want to add a higher. I want to get as fast information as it can get. You have this option of search only these websites. You can mention the website, but I don't think you need to do that for now. There you go. Click on that. The website is on. Now the output format. Output format I want as a JSON. Here I want to add the company info and properties. Infos, select the type of e-number, and now start adding properties you want to add. For example, company name and company size, company headquarter, company industry, company founded year, company LinkedIn, company description. I want these data to be fetched. Click on generate. If you are not familiar with the code, something like this, you can simply click on generate and ask it what you want to structure data. It will refill that for you. Click on update. After you have done that, I want to add one more agent that will provide us the text. I will add that as an agent. Let me get researcher dot output. Now here I want to add the context size of this output. This is the object conf infos. Provide the output in table format. That's it. I want to add some medium model here. The tool, I don't want to add anything, just the text format. We will add a widget here. I want to test it out on the text, and I don't think we need any more. Let's test this out about Google. Start researching it, start getting the information. Now searching on the web for accurate or factually correct information, putting the data they have collected. So company name Google LLC, company sizes, and the headquarters are in California, United States. And this is a LinkedIn account, industry, and company information. This is a basic workflow here, and you can beautify this using the widget. Click on widget and click on create. Now you can simply click that, create that widget with simple prompt. For example, here company display table that displays company name, company industry, headquarter, company size, founded year, company description. You can also customize your color. For example, you can add for dark theme background, something like that. So if we start creating that, this is the widget it has built. Headquarters, this is a night format. You can simply download and upload that here in the widget section. You can see the preview and just close that down and preview that again. About NVIDIA, and there you go. So it did that in this particular example. There's many more ways you can do that. For example, a type like this. You can also get this tabular form as well. This depends on your preferences. This is about the widget that you can integrate in your workflow. I hope you get the point until now. In the next section, we are going to go deep into agent building, which will cover each and every connectors here, and we will create 2 more agents in the pipeline. Now let's start exploring some advanced aspect of agent building. Let me create a new workflow here. This is the standard workflow. And now we will integrate all of these into our workflow. What we are going to create now is a product helper. I have this file called jewelry.csv. These are the products available on our website. This is I've downloaded from the GitHub. This is first, it contains the handle, the title, and the body, and the vendor, type, tags, published. And if you go to the pricing section, these are the different pricing: variant price, compare at price, and there is the image source, number of position, the gift card if is applicable on this. There is the variant images. What we're going to do is we're going to create an helper that will get all the queries, understand the queries, what the user actually want, and based on that, our agent will start suggesting these products to them. Let's start with it. First is the start, obviously with the user's context. And now before going to the agent, let's add the guardrails. This is very important for every workflow you are going to implement, because it will eradicate all the hallucination, jailbreak prompts, and also the moderation. For example, it will delete all the profanity words. If users are actually angry about something and they want to abuse you, you don't want to entertain that. This moderation is key. Sort all the bad leads. Click on the moderation only here. It will classify and blocks harmful content, and there's a potential identifiable information. This is on the advanced level. I don't think you need to do that. If you click on the moderation settings, it will tell you the type of content it will block. Just click on this all category: harassment, violence, implicit violence, etc. Just click on save. You don't need to do anything. They have 2 options here: pass and fail. When it fails, just end that here. You just use this and it will end that here. No more entertaining those. It will end that here. And when it passes, we will create a new agent that will classify the type of searches or type of user we are entertaining with. Here we will add the classifier agent. Now we will create a multiple categories for this classifier agent, and about our workflow, it's all about giving a right product to our user. If I go to my CSV file, we have earrings, pendants, necklace, gemstone, and you name it. Based on this, we're going to classify that particular agent. Okay, you in the instruction I will say you are classifier agent and classify based on the user's input. Add the context, which is the safe text. Obviously you don't want to add this input as a text, because it will also add all those texts that has abused language or illicit language that you want to ignore. Safe text will be there. With the user input context is input as text, which is the workflow input. Just enable that. You don't want to add the chat history, but what if the same person start to using again and again, then it should be enabled. I leave it like that, but you just don't want to add any history. Your classify agent based on the user's input, classify the type of leads in JSON format. Now we will classify them as in JSON. First will be product query, payment query. First will be product query. Second will be payment query support. Just doing a bit shorter here. I will add this 3 only. These are incurred. For example, need help in buy products from the catalog, and the payment query is need some help with payments. And there's a support here, which is if query is related to broken pages, sold out products, and products with account deletion, then you can add the context here. Then you can trigger this here. The reason for this is it will create a JSON. The output will be JSON. We'll classify that, and then we will place our next if and statement to deploy multiple agents to each scenarios. We will have individual agent for product query, payment query, and support. Okay. Anyway, the GPT-5 is there, and there is a reasoning effort. I want it to be medium. The tools we need for this is nothing. Output format, which is JSON. Here we add classifier, add a property like a classifier. Here we will add the enum as usual, and first will be product query, second payment query, and third is support. We will update that here. Classifier agent is pen ready, and now we need to deploy each agent for the product, payment, and support. And for that, we need an if and else statement. For this, we have this logic connectors, which will add our if and else here. We can add multiple ifs and else. First, let's name about product. Here you need to type a bit of a formula here, which is input.output asked. Classifier, select this and add this, and now select query, which was our first variable from the JSON. This will be our product. If the query related to our product query, then it will redirect it to this. Next will be payment. Here the same formula, input.output. You have this second option, input.output pass, and now select the classifier again is equal to payment.query. Next is support. Here input output pass classifier, and again it should be equal to in support, then it should select this. And last is the else, nothing you need to do. Let me add this here in structure wise. Now you are done. Let's start adding for all of these. We don't need to add the else. Let's select the end. If it's nothing about it, then select the end, or you can add an agent, give it a email that if you need any other inquiry, contact this email. You can add that here if something is unrelated to the original query. The product, let's add the agent here, product agent, product query agent. AI product helper is almost shouting, take the context from the user and start suggesting the products based on the user query. Here you can add a file to them. If you click on upload and see this is verified, but you cannot select .csv file. You need to convert your CSV file to TXT, PDF, JSON, the files like that. Better way to upload such catalog is to transform your CSV file to JSON file. This is what I'm going to do. CSV to JSON file. Let me search for it. There you go. You will find a tool here, CSV to JSON. Select your CSV file. There you go, and start clicking on convert, and this is it. Now click on download, go back to your agent and upload this file here. Let it upload and give it a vector store name, for example product catalog. There's an advanced option that you can increase this chunk size. The default is better if you have a lower size, but if you have a larger size, you should increase your chunk size. Click on attach. There you go. This is the tool. In the instructions, we need to add here, you are helpful sales agent. Browse through the product catalog as in .json file, and based on the same, analyze the query of the user and start listing relevant product into which. Now the context here is the classify one, but if it goes like this, it will land on here. You don't need to add the context here. It will have the chat history. There you go. I want it to be medium. That will be better. There's the output format text. I want it as a widget. To do that, you can simply create that widget here. Just click on create. Going to the gallery here, let's select if you have anything for this. For example, let's select from the gallery, or you can create one. I like this. What I will do, I'm going to open in widget. It has the picture, the head details, something like that. If I go to the gallery here, these are here. I think this one is way better. Complete this one, and in this view details, just add the checkout and it will add the link here. In the sold by, you can simply add these here. In the text sold by seller, we can add estimated delivery will be this. You can easily do that. And in this purchase complete, we can edit that as well. There you go. And now when you are done, click on download. You have got your widget ready, and let me upload that widget to here. There you go. Recommendation is checkout and checkout. Yeah, everything is done. And now when this is done, then user can start asking it again for recommendation. It will start doing that again. Okay, we have got our start to end. Now coming forward to the next is the payment link. We will add the agent here, payment agent. You are helping your helps from search. Users are asking for the payment query, analyze the input and suggest the following solution. Here I will add multiple questions and answers to this payment agent so that it can simply get the context from our text and reply that accordingly. If you ask about payment method, accepted payment methods are PayPal, Stripe, all major credit cards. If user are asking for alter payment method then above, then say sorry, we accept only. And you can add multiple scenarios here. If and else, you can start adding to your payment agent. And if user ask about broken payments, then refer to support at example.com for further queries. That's it. Add a load reasoning to it. If I is fine, our output format will be the text. That's fine. There you go. Add end here. The next is the support agent. We will apply that. Here you can also deploy multiple sub agent to the support. For example, technical, the editor, or product cancellation. We will apply that into singular form. Your friendly response based on the following criteria. There could be a different criteria. For example, refunds. If you ask about the refunds, then suggest we don't refund if it's already delivered. You can check on policy here. So here, enter refund policy, example.com/refunds PHP or something like that. And if support is about product return, then suggest them to deliver to this address. Let me add a sample address, for example, plot 24 area NY. That's it. For example, product issues, then suggest them to write in detail to support at example.com. These are the sample ways you can easily do that here, and the response should be in the text format. That's it. You can optimize this. You can build multiple sub agents to these, to product, to issues, and etc. Add that to here using the if and else, which I've already told you. The output format will be the JSON for each of these product issues, product return, and refunds query. You can add multiple sub agent and it go deep into it, and it will provide more precise answer. This is just for the basic information. Now something which I want to add here is the user approval to the product inquiry. We have completed the product inquiry. If user say, yeah, this is it, this is what I want, then here let me delete this end. This is what I want. How do you know that? You can easily add that user approval. If user approve that, yes, this is what I want, so it will go ahead and buy that particular product. If it rejects, you can loop this. It will go to the product query engine and start doing. This is the one way you can do that. Okay. If user reject that, you can simply add again the same. You can add again same agent here. Let me add this. There you go. Now here it will again start suggesting the product query just like that. Okay, this is one thing you can easily integrate that. Support agent is done, payment is done. Even the support agent, you can add the user approval here before ending it. The user is actually satisfied with it or not. You can add multiple user approvals, for example here like this. Okay, this is very important for customer experience. If it's approved, then it's end of the chat. And if it doesn't, you can add something like an agent, ask them to connect available 24 hours 7 with this chats screenshot. You can do this, copy and pasting it to here. There you go. This is what we have created, our AI product helper. Let me preview this and let's see. I'm acting as a customer. Let's preview this. Angel earrings. In the left side, you can see the type of queries of all the product. Now it's going to the next product query agent. Now searching for the files. It will search for all the details regarding this particular keyword. And let's see what type of product it will display. And there you go. I have this guardian angel earrings. If I approve that and that, but if I reject that, it will again start suggesting other product. This is how you can, if you want to approve that, just click on approve or reject that. If you reject that, it will start searching for the product again. This is how you can create an agent using agent builder. Now coming forward to the deploying this agent to your website. So if you run a WordPress website, you can use my free plugin that I developed for you. You can follow the link in the description box, upload and activate the plugin like you usually do. You will get this OpenAI API agent. Now going to first, you need to go to the settings. Here you need to type your OpenAI API key here. Okay, it will be stored in the database and not going to expose to the front end. And then the second is ChatKit domain key. It uses a ChatKit integration. If you click on this, you get the code here. This is a ChatKit integration. This is Agents SDK. This is for advanced integration, but I love this ChatKit one because it has templates that you can use on your website. This is the workflow ID. This is the current version. What is ChatKit domain key? You need to type your ChatKit domain key inside your platform, the OpenAI, to authorize your domain to the chat. Going to your profile, here is the security. After that, you need to add your domain. Give it a domain. I've already added mine. If you have a multiple aliases of your domain, for example, ai.yourdomain.com or something, add everything here. It will authorize this domain. After that, you will get a domain key. Just copy that and paste that here. These two things you need. And then start creating your agent. I've already created the customer service one, which I've already told you, but you can create endless number of agent here. Just type the add new agent. Here is the workflow ID. Copy and paste that here. And the type of schemes you want, light or dark. I want light for now, but you can also select dark. These themes are from the ChatKit. Okay, ChatKit has their own documentation for the theming. Let me go and check out a ChatKit theming. You can search for it. You will get theming and customization at ChatKit, and you will get all the information, what you can do, what you cannot, and you can add that here. There is an accent primary color. It depends on your website. I have this color picker added. Let me get this one, orangish, yeah, like that. Accent color, where you want these to add. For example, if I add one, it will add colors to the chat interface. You can play around with it. There's a corner radius I want to be around. You can click default or ratio, and density I want normal. You can even add the compact one. Font family, you can add your custom font family here. Now composer placeholder. This is when you compose, it will direct the user what you can do here. For example, I want trendy earring. It will show like that. Here is start screen. You can add your custom text to the start screen. Let me find you perfect. This is starter prompt. You can add endless number of prompts. For example, I want earrings, I want pendant, I want to return. It will give an overview what you can do with this agent. When you're ready, click on the publisher, and after you publish, go to the agents. You will get the shortcode in the agents here. I haven't given the name. Let me do that. Name here, jewelry agent. Click on update. Going to the agents again. This is the shortcode which you need to copy and paste in your pages. For example, here I want to add a new page, or wherever you want. You can just simply paste that agent. For example, here is the shortcode, and I will type the shortcode. Save draft, and let me preview this. There you go. And this is it. This is the light theme. This is the accent color which I talk about, and let it run. This is also the accent, the depth of accent color which I talked about. You can simply do that here. It will start doing all the researches, the conversation we have talked about. This is the easiest way you can integrate your agent with WordPress. It is totally available free. You can check that out. But if you want to support us, do buy promptslab.com, because the further development will be paid. This is about it. I will be adding more customization to it. If you want to deploy that on the custom website, for example, I have already done on Copyrocket.ai, like I've already told you in the beginning. This is the custom CMS, and here I have added this. How can I help you today? This is the customer service automation. If you want something like this, I can help you integrate that, but for obviously your services as a free, you can contact me on raman@webby.com, KWEBBY.com, and there I will set up an agent for you. If you have already built that, I will be able to help you in integrating into your custom website. That way you can integrate that. But if you want to do it yourself, you can use some tools like Windsurf. Here's the prompt you can use. This is another integration I've done for a custom website. You can use Surf or Cursor, for example, the official ChatKit integration, and here is a prompt that I will be building a contact agent. This is this, and add web, and it will start searching for it, and it will create notes here. If you see, these are the information it has collected and added to the memory. Context engineering is everything. First, let the agent or let your AI code memorize what it found integration, and after that, here document all findings in OpenAI Agents EMD file. Here it added all the documentation. I will give that in the link in the description, so you can give it to your LLM or wherever you want, the GPT codex. You can give it to them and it will start creating it for you. And after it document everything, it also added to its memory. Now then, context, give it a context, just asking if you fetch API. This is the follow-up question which I asked. This is where my API is configured. If you are doing custom deployment on your custom server, it depends on that. After that, it get all the information. Just ask to start integrating that for you, and give it a key details like workflow ID, domain key ID, and it will start creating that agent on your website. This is the other way you can do that. But if you don't want to play around with it, you can simply ask me. Happy to help with a fee. We can discuss on my email. You will find the link in the description box. This is about OpenAI agents. I hope you got to know each and everything, but there are few things are left which I'm going to cover in the use cases in the coming days. If you want that, do let me know in the comment box. I will start creating it. For example, about the MCP, about the transforming data, set state. These are the advanced things that we are going to cover, like with different use cases. There are servers like Notion, Canva. There's actually much more you can add to your workspace to automate everything. This is one way you can use this. And that's it for this video. If you have learned something from this, do let me know in the comment box. And we are going to create a much more use cases in the future. If you want that, do let me know in the comment box. And if you want to support me, do check out Windsurf.com, be a member for our community. And anyways, this is just the starting, and much more is coming next with different use cases. You can also suggest the use cases you want to cover. I will cover that for you. If you want a custom agent, do contact me on raman@webby.com and let's discuss what you want to build. See you in the next video. Bye.